because he's so much of a character and has so much personality?
Oh, most definitely, hands down. You know, you don't really find too many guys in this sport, the big guys in this sport, that's able to just do that. I mean, guys in general. You know, most fighters, you know, they're trying to get their mind right. They're trying to, you know, focus, and a lot of them don't want to talk. You know, they say, I don't want to talk, I just want to fight. I'm going to they feel that their actions are going to speak louder than their words. You know, but when you can get a guy that can talk and can sell a fight, you can get a guy that can dance with you at the ball, it's a relief. As you can see, I'm sitting in my chair, I'm soaking in everything he says, but it's going out one ear and out the other. You know, because I can feel his energy. I know what this is about. I know what all this is about. So I'm taking in what he's saying differently. You know, because I know he's scared of me. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be scared of a guy that has power? The sport is based off of, the heavyweight division is based off of power. And when you know a guy like me can knock you out, you're going to be scared. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you came from or what situation you came in, because at the end of the day, we're all human. Have you ever been knocked out?
No.
You ever thought about having the feeling of being knocked out? How would your body react to somebody hitting you?
Yeah, I got hit at 10 years old in the face, and that was enough.
So just imagine getting hit with 10-ounce leather to your face, where a person can feel your structure, your face in his hands. That's what he's looking at. And the thing about me, what makes them even how I know he fears me, is just like all the other ones, because I'm consistent in what I do. I'm consistent in what I say. If you get a man 40 times say what he's going to do, and he do it 40 times, how can you not believe that man?
George, going to the question, you got something different here, because you have two real men, and I don't mean that in terms of masculinity, I mean in terms of real people, not image. What you see is what you get with Deontay Wilder, what you see is what you get with Tyson Fury, and what you get is a lot of charisma, two huge men. And what's real is they really wanted to fight each other, which is why the fight's happening. Two real men, not an image who's going on social media making believe he wants to fight the biggest fights but running in the opposite direction. These are the two realest heavyweight champions in the world fighting each other, and the winner of this fight's the man.
Deontay, from the last 2 days, I kind of get the sense that you and Tyson, you actually like each other, right? I mean, it seems that way to me.
Most definitely. I mean, I got the most high respect for the guy. You know what I mean? I like Tyson. I like what he brings to the heavyweight division. I think he's definitely a breath of fresh air for this division. And we need guys like him, you know. Everybody just can't be the same, you know. That's what we need, different personalities. We need different characters in this sport. It's just like a video game. You ain't gonna make everyone the same with the same special move, with the same character. You're gonna make a different character, you know. And that's what we have in this sport of boxing. That's what we have in the heavyweight division. And that's why the heavyweight division is booming and exciting again. I am so happy to be a heavyweight right now at this point in time. The division is so hot. You got guys that retired who want to come back, but they thinking about when they come back, you know, what the situation gonna be. It's exciting. It's time that. Oh my God, I'm excited for you guys, because I got tired of hearing the fans saying how boring things were. Now you guys got something to be excited about. The world is on notice now. Y'all done had a guy over here for 40 fights, 39 knockouts. Y'all done had a killer over here for a long time. But, you know, go out working mysterious ways. It wasn't my appointed time back then for the whole world to know who I am. But it's appointed time now for the world to know who I am. So not only will I show up, brother, but I'm going to show up and show out. I promise you that. I believe in every word that I say. If I don't have belief to go off of, then what can I go off of to motivate myself to get in that ring? In this dangerous sport that I know that anything can happen. Knowing that the way I came in, I may not come out the same. So this right here, I take it very, very, very seriously. Very serious. I don't know about them. They can talk it all they want. I'm gonna talk it. But I'm gonna tell you, I pre-warn these fighters. They ought to thank God for me, because I give them something that they can go back and train for. I tell you what I'm gonna do. And when it's time to happen, I make it happen. I can't say that enough, because that's what I do, is facts. Records don't lie. I mean, you know, numbers don't lie. Y'all in for a treat, man.
If this is what y'all been waiting for, then it's been well worth the wait. Because I can't wait. Bomb squad.
Deontay, two questions. First, piggybacking off of Keith's question, has he gotten under your...
Where we at?
Right here.
Okay, cool.
Has he gotten under your skin at all, or have you been bothered over the past 2 days by any of his antics or anything he said?
Not at all. You know, like I said, you know, I like the guy. I like what he does. You know, he does it well. You know, it's hilarious at times. I'm like, my daddy taught us to laugh when things are funny and don't laugh when it's not. You know, be yourself and no one else. No matter who they is, no matter what position they stand in this world. Don't be fake. And I'm the realest that they come. I say some of the things that people, they wouldn't think that they wouldn't want to hear, but it's me, I'm being real, you know? This is a real sport. This is not a gentleman sport. This is a real sport. People get so hesitant when this sport come on, when two guys get in their face. We're professionals. We know what we're doing out there. Nobody ain't got to get uneasy or think we're going to fight or whatever. Yeah, what you coming to here for then? You know, don't you want to see a fight? You come to the fights to see a fight. We know what we're doing. Let us do what we do. But I love that he's able to talk. I love that he got that character about himself. He's very charismatic. I love that we have our bond together, that we can communicate, we can talk. When this press tour over with, we'll be talking, you know. But I'm gonna tell him when I get in camp, this is my last time talking to you. Ain't no need to send me no videos, ain't no need to send me no type of messages. Because now it's time, it's over with. Now I'm gonna get my mind into another, I'm gonna take my mind to another place. That when you see me next time, I'm gonna come and try to destroy you. But let me rephrase myself. I am gonna destroy you. See, we have to be specific about what we want and what we say, because sometimes God give us just that and how we displayed it. So I want to rephrase myself. I am gonna knock him out, and that's just point blank. Period.
You mentioned camp. Can you tell us a little bit about what your preparation will be? Are you going to do anything different for this fight?
You know, we're going to have a hell of a lot of tall fighters in there. That's for one. You know, we need to find some guys that's awkward like him. We're not going to be able to find very many. So, you know, it's all going to depend on these fighters. You know, a lot of fighters, you know, they take pride in who they get in account with. And I'm sure everybody want to come with the champ, you know. Every fighter that came to my camp had got something out of it. They've learned something about me that they never thought before. And of course, majority of them came in with the doubts, just like all the other fans. Oh, he's sloppy. You don't know. He can't this and this. And every time I've changed their mind about me, I changed their perspective about me. You know, they see the real side of who I am, but they also see the vicious side of me as well too. You know, and so it's going to be the battle of who getting what sparring partners, which we already got a lot of them established. It's going to be a good training camp. I can't wait. My mind right now, you know, honest, I try to break it down. I say sometimes to say the same things because I want, if you didn't listen to me the first time, you hear it the second time, and I try to break it down, what goes through my mind at the time, what it takes to be a fighter at this level, about me, what it is, that how I'm so vicious in the ring, how I'm able to do the things I'm doing, why I talk about the things I talk about. And talk about mind and the universe and speaking words into it, energy and stuff like that. Some people think you're crazy, but they don't know the truth because they ain't unlocked it in their inner self yet. And when they do unlock it in their inner self, they're gonna come back and reflect on this. It's like the champ was a bad man. He was a bad man. I'm a special person. I'm a blessing. I'm a blessing to my family. I'm a blessing to the sport. And I want to do it to the best of my ability for you guys. You know, y'all pay y'all well-earned money, and I'm not far away from society. I know my life has changed dramatically. I wear fashionable clothes, I wear jewelry, I wear this, I got nice houses, I got nice cars, but I'm not out of tune with what goes on into society. That's why people call me the people's champion. I speak for the unjust. A lot of things that's going on in the issue, I will confront it. I'm not afraid for what? I have the platform to do it. And you give me a mic to speak it. And I will speak it. People love that. Everywhere I go, I'm loved, man. There's no greater feeling than being loved. Of course you're gonna have hate here and there, but that shouldn't stop the snowball from building up and getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And right now, that's what I teach. I'm a leader of men. I teach men how it's okay to be a man and show a sensitive side of yourself. It's okay to say, hey, brother, I love you. And really mean it and look in your eye and say, I love you as if you was family. That's what it's all about. I show men that you can be silly, you can be goofy, you can be corny at times. Live life. Life is so precious and it's so short. It's so, man. When I talk about it, I think about so many deaths that came within this month. The youngest 4 years old, the oldest 54. One of my guys that's in my bomb squad passed away, you know, my protector. He would look me in my eyes. He was an African. You know how they're serious, and when they talk, he looks me in my eyes every time. He tells me things, how he feels about me. And sometimes I look at him and say, why you love me so much? What have I done but only showed you the gift that God has blessed me with, man? And he always told me one time, and he always had to say it one time, and he kept his promise to his dying days. He said, you're my champion. Where you go, I go. And he was just that serious. You're my champion. Where I go, where you go, I go. Everywhere I went, that man was there. No matter, he traveled all the way from England. Everywhere I went, he was there. Sometimes, when people tell me things, sometimes I set you up. I try to see if you really about what you say. I can feel vibe, energy, sometimes emotion, so I know it allowed me to meet the right people, shake the right hands, get in the right cars, be in the right place, at the right time. We all have power. It's called our intuition. You better listen to it, because it's real. When you feeling things, have you ever been like, I knew something was going to happen? It was speaking to you. You better tap into it, because once you tap into it, you discover a whole nother world. Don't think what I say is crazy or I'm into something that I shouldn't be in. The world we live is magical. It's magical. So when I say things like that, I show you guys. There's no better way than telling you first and then prove it to you and showing you. If that's what it takes for people to get motivated, to get inspired to do something and be the best that you can do, then shit, let me be the advocate for that. Let me show you. I speak it, believe it, receive it. And if you don't understand, no, you speak what you say. You have to be specific about what you say. I don't care where you're from, what job you have. You speak what you want. The magic is to believe. If you believe in what you say, you ain't worried about what somebody else says. If you want to be the best media guy around, and you ain't got that big sign job yet, don't worry. You speak it until you see it come. You speak it until it comes. When you speak it, you get happy for it, like it's gonna happen one day soon, one day right now. You got to be specific about how you put those in those terms, because he's gonna give it to you and watch it happen. And that's the receiving part about it. My belief holds me on everything, and I'm sorry for getting y'all a lecture, but I want y'all to know this information, because when I release my energy unto you and tell you these words, you can't never say nobody didn't teach you the secrets. So when you apply what I said to your life, you become wise, and you'll start to discover a whole nother world that you've never seen before. You'll start seeing subliminal messages as well too. It may get scary, but don't worry. It's well necessary.
Deontay, you mentioned earlier that you reached out to Tyson when he was going through his struggles. What inspired that?
You know, many times throughout my career, me and Tyson has been at it. You know, even before this time came, me and him was at it. At Prospects, we was at it. When he won the title from Klitschko, we was at it. You know, for me, I thought it was the appointed time right then and there. But for him, he didn't think so. So things didn't pop off like it was, and we didn't force it, you know. But all things come in God's time, man. Look at this. Not only is the right time, but it's bigger and it's better. Not because we let it marinate it, because we didn't plan none of this, man. It's just the appointed time. It's just the universe is lining in order for these things to happen. So many different events that will happen. So many different things happen in the time frame of things lining together that sometimes we can miss out on our blessings of things because we're too busy. Instead we stay still, because if you overcome the two most valuable things in life, that's patience and time, you'll be all right. And the most thing we need to learn is patience. Because without patience, we can't endure the time, because time waits for no man. But if we can have patience, and if we have patience, then that allows us to make time go by. And then when time comes by, It's like a fish in the water. You catching it. That blessing. Putting it. That's a blessing. Let me bless somebody else. Here you go. Eat this fish, my brother. Feast with your family. That's a blessing. I'm still staying humble and patient. That's another blessing. That's just how I look at life, man. I look at it so different, you know. But it's great to have him here. It's great to be able to have somebody to sell the fight for me, man. And I can't wait on the night of that fight. It's going to be crazy. This is not one of those things that we're, you know, although we're selling the fight, of course. But this is not scripted. This is nothing fake. You may see little smirks. You may see little laughs here and there. But please don't be mistaken. This is all real. Because when I get in that ring with him, I'm not going to be myself. I'm not going to be me. You're going to see the bronze bomber come out December the 1st on Showtime. If you can't make that travels, don't worry. Stay at home and click that button.
Another question. You just launched Bomb Squad Enterprises. Tell us about your company.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I know a lot of guys get into the sport, you know, start promotion companies and stuff. This is something that's been, you know, been building up, something I've been wanting to do for a very long time. You know, me, I believe in things happening at a appointed time, like I described. And it's just, everything at this point is the proper time to do what I got to do. So I wanted to come out, you know, promote myself. I do it well. I do it anyway. You know, I promote myself well. You know, can't nobody promote you like yourself because can't nobody say what I'm going to do. But I can tell you what I'm going to do because I have to do that. That's my responsibility. That'll be up on me to deliver for you. And when I do, you're going to be like, God damn, he said it. He said it. And that's what I'm doing. So with this promotion, man, I'm excited about it. I'm excited launching it and coming out, you know, keeping boxing alive, you know, being able to be able to build with this promotion. And the first person that probably going to be signed is my brother. I'm going to start off with him and let it marinate because this promotion company, I want it to be a great one. I want it to be like some of the great ones that's around now, Lou DeBella Promotions. You know, this is the guy I work with. You know, I love Lou. Lou hypes me up when he talks. I've told him that many times. If I want to get amped up, Lou does that for me. He's one of the best promoters around. You know, I study, I sit back, I look. It ain't all about him. He ain't just talking about himself and what great promotion he to put on and stuff. He talks about the fighters that's involved. He talks about the things they've done, you know. It's all about the fighters. And he put on some of the greatest shows around. You know, when I first turned pro, I fought on Lou DeBella card with Jermaine Taylor's and Corey Spinks. You know, which I talk to Corey to this day. So I've been in the game, I've learned, and I want to bring something to the sport and keep it alive, you know, and keep it going. Yeah. So that's the reason I came out with it. And we're going to work. Like I said, I'm going to use my brother. He's going to be, you know, he's going to start it off for me. And then in the future, I'm going to sign some fighters, and we're going to take it away.
Deontay, we're going to take a couple more questions, friend. We're going to use the mic so we get through, and then
Okay,
we'll
cool.
move on to the next.
Yeah, it's really me because you know me. Y'all know not to give me a mic.
I know.
My daddy's a preacher. My grandma was one too.
I'll keep you on track.
Deontay, thanks for flying into New York. I'm sure these press tours can be exhausting. So just wondering, you've had some injuries in your career. Just wondering if you could rate the condition of your body and your confidence in your body going into the camp and going into the fight.
My body is definitely not 100%. I'll be lying if I told you that. Maybe y'all want to hear that, but I'm a realist. I done had 7 different surgeries on my body, you know, due to boxing. You know, I said this sport is every bit of no pain, no gain. And you have to sacrifice, you know, and with the injuries, I've overcame them, you know. You can ask my doctors that my body heals fast. I feel, you know, I'm a type of person that believes in self-healing. That your mind can heal. Your mind controls a lot of things, man. Your mind controls a lot of things. I wanna put this in you guys' head because it's real. This is real talk. I'm talking to you. You know, so most of the time when I have injuries, I don't never go out the full strength of what they say. I'm always come back, and we know that I'm a true warrior because I fight with the ancestors, and they be, you know, they with me. They're with me. That's why I'm able to fight with a broken hand. At the same time with a torn bicep. At the same time, 3rd-degree burns and still knock a guy out with the same arm that don't even supposed to be working. How you do that? How How? There's no coincidence. I'm a special person. I'm special. Thank you so much.
Deontay, from a business perspective, what is at stake in this fight when we look at the landscape of the heavyweight division right now?
I mean, you got the lineal title and you got the WBC title on the line. That's the stake. And then whoever wins that, well, when I win that, we go on to something else. You know? We go on to the next step, I would say. We go to the next step. You know? And that's what it holds for us, you know. It's going to be exciting to see what happens next, you know, leading forward. It's so many different, it's so much, I would say it's so many answers to be answered, you know. So many questions to be answered. I mean, excuse me. And we don't have the answer to everything. It's just like, once we accomplish this step, then we can proceed to the next step, you know. And that's just how it's working because there's so many great fights that's in the lineup. There's so many great fights that's close to be making, or there's fights that don't want to be made.